Welcome back to another episode of Carmelite Quotes, where we share wisdom from the Carmelite saints to encourage and inspire. Today, we're continuing our Marie du Jour series, and in this episode, we'll reflect on a Marian quote from St. Titus Brandsma and explore its significance in our lives. Let's begin by learning more about this remarkable saint. St. Titus Brandsma, born Anno Short Brandsma in 1881 in Friesland, Netherlands, was a Carmelite friar, priest, and professor. He joined the Carmelite order in 1898, taking the religious name Titus, and was ordained a priest in 1905. In 1915, Brandsma was living in the Netherlands and teaching at the Carmelite monastery in Oos. And that's the setting from which he writes today's quote. Brandsma was a prominent scholar, journalist, and professor of philosophy at the Catholic University of Nijmegen. He was deeply committed to social justice and an outspoken critic of Nazi ideology and anti-Semitism. His fearless advocacy for truth and justice made him a target of the Nazi regime. In January 1942, Brandsma was arrested by the Gestapo for his resistance activities, including encouraging Catholic newspapers to refuse to publish Nazi propaganda. And despite the harsh conditions and brutal treatment, he remained steadfast in his faith. Eventually, Brandsma was transferred to Dachau concentration camp, where he continued to minister to his fellow prisoners until his death by lethal injection on July 26, 1942. Pope John Paul II beatified him in 1985, and Pope Francis canonized him on May 15, 2022. It was one of his own friars in Florida who was healed, and it was his healing that led to the canonization of Titus Brandsma. Brandsma is remembered for his courage, faith, and dedication to truth and justice, even in the face of extreme adversity. Today, we reflect on a beautiful Marian quote from St. Titus Brandsma's 1915 essay, Saturday Evening in the Church of the Carmelites, which was translated by Susan Verkerk Wheatley and Anne-Marie Bos. Titus wrote, "At no better moment, out of the mouths of the religious, could the plea to Mary resound that their Jesus, who is now veiled from their sight, will someday appear unveiled after they have departed from this place of exile. Et Jesum benedictum fructus ventris tui nobis post hoc exilium ostende." And reveal to us, after this exile, Jesus, the blessed fruit of your womb. All now stand before the altar of Mary. The Blessed Sacrament is placed on the repositorium, above which the statue of Mary glimmers in the light. Her hands hold the scapular, the promise of her protection. You know, St. Titus Brandsma's deep devotion to Mary shines through in this passage, where he describes Saturday evening devotions by the Carmelite friars in their church, where they gather before the exposed Blessed Sacrament, and they sing the solemn tone of the Salve Regina. And that was the section from the Salve which we quoted earlier. You know, he emphasizes in this essay the eschatological hope and trust that we Carmelites place in the intercession of the Blessed Virgin. The plea to Mary to reveal Jesus after our earthly exile reflects a profound yearning for our ultimate union with Christ, our union with God. The imagery of the Blessed Sacrament and the statue of Mary holding the scapular underscores the importance of Jesus in the Eucharist and the Blessed Virgin Mary in Carmelite spirituality. The scapular, a sign of Mary's protection, serves as a constant reminder to us of her motherly care and our commitment to follow Christ more closely. St. Titus's unwavering faith and devotion to Mary provided him with strength and comfort, especially during his imprisonment and martyrdom. His example encourages us to deepen our own Marian devotion and to trust in her intercession as we navigate the challenges of our own earthly journey. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Carmelite Quotes. If you enjoyed this reflection, please share this episode and subscribe to our podcast for more insights into Carmelite spirituality. We invite you to interact with our question of the day on Spotify. And always, we recommend that you visit icspublications.org, where you will find collected works in English translations of our Carmelite saints and inspiring works by Carmelite authors. And don't forget to check out our blog, carmelitequotes.blog, for more inspiring quotes and reflections from the Carmelites. A special thank you to Sean Beeson for providing our beautiful music for the podcast. And may our devotion to Mary always lead us closer to her Son, Jesus. And may we find strength in her protection as we journey through our earthly exile. Until next time, blessings from Carmel.